Astronomy is always finding something new out in the distant regions of space that change the way we think about our universe.
Essentially, when you go far enough away from the sun, there's enough room to hide almost anything you want.
From black holes and quasars to nebulae and dark matter, the universe is filled with weird and strange objects. But sometimes interesting objects can be found in places you would least expect them, right in our own backyard. Say hello to DD. Astronomers have been able to send spacecraft on missions out of our solar system into interstellar space and have built telescopes that have the ability to look billions of years into our universe's past. So it may be surprising that there is still a lot that has yet to be discovered within our own solar system. There are regions here that have yet to be explored with new objects and phenomena to be found. Back in 2016, scientists discovered the first new object that could qualify as a planetary body far out toward the edge of our solar system. The object, now called DD, has captured the focus of many astronomers over the past 6 years as they work to uncover as much as they can about its physical characteristics. The regions it was found were far beyond Pluto in an area of the solar system that is surprisingly rich with rocky objects, ranging from very small pieces all the way up to objects the size of a blue dwarf planet, and possibly quite a bit larger. In the case of DD, the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, ALMA, found that it has a spherical shape and is roughly 635 kilometers across. It also orbits the Sun at an extreme distance compared to the rest of the planets at 92 astronomical units. 1 astronomical unit is the distance from the Sun to the Earth. This makes DD's orbit around the Sun more than 3 times larger than the distance of Neptune's orbit. This dwarf planet offers an opportunity to study a new planetary object that has never been seen. The region far beyond Pluto. There are still a lot of things that we don't know about the far reaches of our solar system beyond the dwarf planet Pluto. To this day, only a handful of spacecraft have ever made it to Pluto and the regions of space beyond. These crafts, including the recent ship built for the New Horizon mission and the 2 Voyager spacecraft that are now flying through interstellar space billions of kilometers from Earth. Without many probes taking actual data from this far region, astronomers have come to rely on different methods of observation and testing to learn about the edges of our solar system. Luckily, there are a number of different telescopes that can analyze various parts of the electromagnetic spectrum that can be used to probe and explore this area. Right now, astronomers believe that during the tumultuous and chaotic time in the solar system's past, when the main planets were forming around the Sun, these objects that populate the far reaches were created from the remnants and debris of that process. As time passed, these objects were ejected from the inner solar system by the combined gravitational pulls of the planet to find a stable orbit far out. Dwarf planets and other planetary bodies. Among the planetary objects in our solar system, there are a few classifications that astronomers like to use, including dwarf planets, which are described as celestial bodies that orbit a star and that have enough mass to form a shape that is nearly round. Before this most recent discovery, there were 5 of the commonly known dwarf planets within the solar system: Pluto, Eris, Ceres, Makemake, and Haumea. Astronomers aren't sure how many dwarf planets are out there hiding in our solar system, but with the introduction of more powerful telescopes and other instruments, the majority of them hopefully will not stay hidden for long. DDs Classification. With the new data that came in from ALMA, astronomers had enough evidence to go ahead and classify DD as an official dwarf planet. This makes the official number of dwarf planets in our solar system up to 6, but who knows how long that number will stay. One region of the solar system that scientists are eager to study more is the Kuiper Belt, which has the potential to hold many more objects that could offer more clues about our star system's past. The Kuiper Belt.
I found the Kuiper Belt with Jane Lou.
The Kuiper Belt sits in the outer regions of the planetary system, with the majority of the material beyond the orbit of Neptune.
So the puzzle in 1985, the puzzle was, why is it that the inner part of the solar system is full of asteroids and comets and all sorts kinds of things, planets, all this stuff. But then when you go beyond Saturn, there's Uranus, there's Neptune, and there's Pluto, and then that's it. And the answer was, well, let's have a look.
This region is huge. It is one of the biggest structures in our solar system, joining the likes of the heliosphere of the Sun or the Oort cloud, a collection of icy objects orbiting around the heliosphere. Shaped like a puffed-up donut, the Kuiper Belt begins around 30 astronomical units away from the Sun, 30 times the distance of the Earth's orbit, while the outer edge overlaps into the region known as the scattered disk, which extends out a distance of nearly 1,000 astronomical units. Just like DD, the Kuiper Belt is believed to be composed of objects, called Kuiper Belt objects or KBOs, that were formed during the formation of the inner planets during the first few million years after the solar system's birth. Because of this, scientists imagine that the objects within its boundaries hold many hints about what it was like during a period of the solar system when the planets were mostly just balls of hot magma, long before the Earth cooled enough to allow liquid water to pool on its surface. What has been found out there? Within the Kuiper Belt, just over 2,000 objects have been identified and cataloged so far, which only scratches the surface of the objects that live within this region. According to recent estimations, there should be hundreds of thousands of objects inside the Kuiper Belt that measure at least 60 kilometers and potentially much larger. In addition to these larger objects in orbit, there are countless smaller objects accompanying them, but there used to be a lot more. A well-supported and accepted theory regarding the Kuiper Belt explains how the gravitational pull from the shifting orbits of the gas giants of our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, have caused much of the material in the belt to be lost. Right now, scientists estimate that the material in the Kuiper Belt would equal approximately 10% of the Earth's mass. But in the early solar system before it was eroded, the Kuiper Belt likely contained material equal to 7 to 10 Earths. Future exploration of our solar system. So far, only 2 man-made objects have cleared the entirety of our solar system and made it to interstellar space, and only 9 spacecrafts have been launched to study the outer planets. There is still so much left to explore and learn in our home star system. Even the James Webb Space Telescope has now been used to study the other planets in much more detail than ever before, and has already revealed new information about a few of the planets we know less about, like Jupiter and Saturn. Just this year, NASA announced that it would extend at least 8 of their missions currently studying various regions of the solar system, including extending the amount of time New Horizons will spend studying the Kuiper Belt and the regions beyond. Who knows what they'll find as they spend more time searching the unknown? Thanks for watching. Do you think astronomers should focus more on what is happening within our solar system, or would it be better to concentrate their focus beyond the rest of the universe? Let us know in the comments down below. See you next time on Matter.